Amendment 190 from Judge Poe that I drafted with him as well, adding a finding and policy statement regarding Iranian activity and Camp Ashraf. I'd like to turn now to Judge Poe to explain his amendment, which reaffirms our commitment to the security and the welfare of the residents of Camp Ashraf. Judge Poe.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Some of the bravest Iranian dissidents are those that are willing to risk their lives to voice opposition to the current Ahmadinejad corrupt regime. Camp Ashraf in Iraq is full of these kind of heroes. They are Iranians who love their country but have been forced to move because their own government does not tolerate anyone who disagrees with its own totalitarian oppressive policies. They've been falsely imprisoned, tortured, and seen their family members murdered. They were forced to leave their homeland and flee to Iraq. Now they've applied to the UNHCR to be recognized as political refugees and are currently classified as asylum seekers. But the camp is in danger. Iraqi troops have attacked the camp on 2 separate occasions, killing dozens and wounding hundreds. Now the people at Camp Ashraf are under siege. Iraq says it wants to close the camp completely by December 31st before UNHCR can complete the process and recognize them as political refugees. There are photos and video of Iraqi soldiers already entering the camp in preparation for this. If history is any guide, it will mean another massacre. And the State Department needs to know that our best hope for regime change in Iran comes from the people of Iran themselves. We should publicly and vocally support a regime change by the freedom-loving people in Iran and the freedom-loving people in Camp Ashraf. We don't do a good job of supporting the opposition. The least we can do now is prevent the folks in Camp Ashraf from being massacred again. This amendment urges the government of Iraq to not harm these freedom fighters and not return them to Iran where they face certain death, and not to close the camp before UNHCR can complete its process. We must remember, Madam Chairman, that 85 of these people that are in the camp are either U.S. citizens or permanent residents of the United States. I'm thankful for the Chairman and Ranking Member for the support of this important amendment. I yield back.
Thank you, Judge Poe. Hearing no further requests for recognition, the question occurs on the en bloc amendment. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, no. In the opinion of the Chair, the ayes have it, and the en bloc amendment is agreed to.
But I will use this opportunity to underscore what Judge Poe brought up a few moments ago about the situation in Camp Ashraf. Let me note that the residents of Camp Ashraf are totally vulnerable. They disarmed at the request of the United States military. They are totally vulnerable, and they have already endured 1 massacre. We keep pushing on this end for a redesignation of the MEK, which are the residents of Camp Ashraf, who are currently designated by our government as a terrorist organization. That designation is undermining the efforts to relocate these people. Before we get a chance to do this, it will be because our government has not acted. And I want to make sure that we are on record today. It's made very clear that unless the MEK is redesignated, as has happened throughout Europe and other countries, redesignated as not as a terrorist organization, and it is followed by another massacre of these unarmed people, the blood of these innocent people will be on the hands of our State Department and our government. When the blood is in the sand and people say, who's at fault, they should look to Washington, D.C. if we refuse to take the steps now that are necessary for their relocation. This is very serious. We're talking already over 30 people have been murdered and hundreds more wounded, and these are unarmed people who are basically there because we have, by American policy. So I would underscore what Judge Poe stated today, and we had the Secretary of State with us just a few days ago, committing that whatever can be done will be done as soon as they can do it. Well, let's see some action. If not, again, our State Department bureaucracy will have the blood of these innocent people on their hands if there's another massacre. Thank you very much.
Thank you.